COVID and the upcoming election impact the real estate market in Brighton, Colorado? That information is coming right up. Hi, I'm Natalie Randall, former teacher turned realtor and real estate strategist, helping people make their move in and to the Denver and greater North Denver areas. If you want to know everything there is to know about living in Denver and the North Denver area, start now by hitting that subscribe button below and make sure to tap on the bell so you're notified anytime there's a new market report video I've made just for you. Also, watch to the very end for a free guide to selling your home for top dollar in any market. Let's take a closer look at what Brighton, Colorado did in the month of September, which we title as an October report, because that's when we have all the info that we actually need. Last September in 2019, there were 89 new single-family homes for sale. This September in 2020, there were 101 new listings. That's a total increase of 13.5%. This increase is actually a positive. It's a good sign because we've had limited inventory and we need more housing options available for those buyers. So it also points to the fact of what we've kind of been saying all along, which is that COVID slowed down our housing market and put a delay on things with mandatory shutdowns. So we're now starting to see us transition into a summer market, even though it's actually our traditional winter market. Last September in 2019, there were 99 single-family homes that were sold. And in this September 2020, there were 91 total single-family homes sold. That's an 8.1% decrease. Although this seems like a fairly large decrease of percentage of homes sold, it's really a difference of 8 homes. So because we've had limited inventory in the market, it should be expected that we would have less homes sold. The median sales price for a single family home in September of 2019 was $385,000. The median sales price for a single family home in September of 2020 is $430,000. That's an incredible 11.7% increase in equity appreciation. Let's talk about what another important factor is for sellers, and it's the percentage of the list price received. So what this means is you list your home at a certain price, and then the percentage of that list price is what you will actually receive when your home closes and is sold to a buyer. So in September of 2019, our percentage of list price received for those single family homes was 99.4%. In September of 2020, that percentage of list price received was 100.6%. Now, this next stat that I'm going to share with you is actually one that I get asked most often about from my buyers and my sellers. It's called days on market. It references how many days on the market the house sits until it goes into an under contract or pending status. So in September of 2019, the average home in Brighton, Colorado sat for 32 days before going into a pending status. And in September of 2020, it moved to 21 days. This is great because it actually means that if you're a home seller, your house should sit on the market less than it would have a year ago, and it's about a 34.4% decrease from what we saw compared to last year. What does this mean for buyers? Here's the thing. A lot of buyers are currently being priced out of the market if they're from the Denver area, and we continue to see equity appreciation in homes. So if you're a buyer who finds yourself being able to afford purchasing a home, it's really time to get off of the fence and move forward with that decision, as long as you feel comfortable doing so with the data and all the stats. Additionally, you're probably going to be competing, so you're going to want to make sure that you have an agent in your corner who can help you compete in our current market. This next one is a pretty big indicator of where the mindset is of people regarding the market, whether they're a buyer or a seller. This key metric that we're talking about is called inventory of homes. What it specifically means is how many homes do we have on the market for sale before we run out of houses, before there's literally nothing left for anyone to buy. So if we look at last year, there were 200 single family homes in Brighton for sale. And in September of this year, 2020, there are 80 single family homes for sale. This is a decrease of 60%, indicating that the housing market is still strong. The last metric that I want to point out to you is the absorption rate, and it coincides with the inventory of homes. It's the rate that's used to evaluate the amount of available homes that are sold in a specific market during a given time period. In September of 2020, our absorption rate is 0.88%. So this means that the supply of homes will be exhausted in less than 1 month. Recently, U.S. News and World Report listed Boulder, Denver, Colorado Springs, and Fort Collins as 4 out of 5 top spots for best places to live. COVID and the upcoming election have certainly put a question mark on our current real estate market, but all the data that we have, including what U.S. News and World Report is reporting or indicating, is that at least for 2020 to 2021, we should have a fairly strong housing market. I've chatted with several professionals in the industry that examine the data on a regular basis, and I will say that most of us agree that we are not expecting a total housing crash or recession. What we do think that we will see in 2021 is a correction of the market. This would mean that the market would begin to shift into a buyer's market, and only time and the numbers will tell, but by all intents and purposes, this is what we're currently thinking we'll see in 2021. So along those lines with COVID, we are experiencing an influx of individuals that have realized that living together may not be the best option for them as a couple. So there's definitely an increase and spike in divorce rates, and a lot of families that had open concept living areas are realizing that they do need some degree of separation in their home. So that being said, there's still a strong market of new people moving into the Denver area, but also current Denver residents and residents of the area that are needing to make some changes because their lifestyle has changed, so their home no longer fits what they need. If you have any additional questions or need some assistance, please feel free to reach out to me. Don't forget to download your free guide to selling your home for top dollar in any market. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button below, tap on the bell.